Duval. Duval.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs?
Fourth Forever, welcome everyone. Cameron, welcome back, man. It's nice to have you back. We haven't had a full episode, I think, in like a week or two now. So it's nice to have everyone back. We're all together again. We're ready to talk ball, ready to talk some hoops. I know I was ready to get going with you guys. I had panels yesterday that I had to speak at. So it's nice to, not talk radio etiquette, FCC rules and all that garbage. I'm ready to talk ball.
Famous man. And
actually, Brett, can you give us just a recap? What are the radio etiquette rules?
No cussing.
Yeah, we break
timestamp. Do you guys know what legal IDs are? Like every once in a while you'll hear, this is not a tramp stamp, Mason. Timestamp. Yeah, it's just like, it's basically just like you have to like ID yourself like at the top of every hour. Like, oh, you're listening to KTSW 89.9 in San Marcos, and that's pretty much just it. It's a big legal thing, and you get fined a lot of money if you don't do it. So just basically going over all that crap with just a bunch of people and. So boring.
We are not fit for the radio waves, is what you're telling us.
No, we're gonna stay streaming because Mason will put us bankrupt with his F-bombs.
Hey, I'm better with it now, though.
Yeah, you are. You've been getting better.
I'm not. I didn't know we were supposed to be worried about that.
Well, it's good to see you boys again. We had some coach hirings in the league while we were gone. The first one that I wanted to talk about being Jesse Minter. The defensive coordinator for the Chargers getting hired by the Baltimore Ravens. This was a very intriguing hire. I've been high on Jesse Minter for a while. He was the D coordinator at Michigan when Harbaugh won the national championship with them in 23. He followed them on, and he has done a solid job as the Chargers DC. Top 5 defensive rankings in point per game, total yards allowed, passing yards allowed, and interceptions, and opposing red zone percentage since, like I said, the start of the 24 season when he took over. He kind of completely flipped over that defense, gave them a little identity, and now he's going to bring that to Baltimore. So, guys, I want to hear your thoughts on this hire. Do you guys know anything about Jesse Minter, or do you have anything that you want to, or did you have maybe another choice that you thought should take the job?
For the job in Baltimore, the head coaching job, I think anybody would have been better. You have Lamar Jackson. Hello. They just forgot about him, I guess. It seems like you would rather address that elephant in the room rather than an entire defense.
We did also discuss, though, earlier, like throughout the year, though, that Baltimore's like biggest weakness was their defense. When they started off 1-6.
Their offense was also their weakness for a while there. I mean, the end of that season,
Lamar also
they were
didn't
awful.
play a lot of games either, though.
That is a fair thing, but I think that they should have went. You have Lamar Jackson. I think you go offensive-minded coaching. I mean. If you're a team like the Dolphins, their hiring makes sense because it's like Tua's
gone. Tua's gonna be gone.
So we're gonna start from scratch. Maybe get an offensive coordinator in here that can develop a player really well. But you already have a developed Lamar Jackson. It just seems.
I'd be
weird.
interested to see who he has play calling though. I think the reason for the hiring, he's only 42 years old. I mean, this is the trend now. We just see these younger and younger guys getting hired as head coaches. So I think more franchises are wanting to build these guys and just be a little patient with them. I kind of like that in that sense. I think it's still a good hire. They need to get their defensive identity back. I mean, like you said, Mason, Lamar is already developed. He's polished. We know what he is. I think they'll still get by with that. I just think a good defense would maybe kind of get them over the hump. Cameron, what do you think, man?
I'd be lying if I said I had any thoughts on the Ravens head coach hiring. My bigger question is like, at what point are you, like Mason said, they have Lamar Jackson. That's great. He let me down in fantasy this year. I'll try not to hold it against him. At what point do you say, we should probably retool and like move on from that?
I think that's kind of what he's doing. Yeah, I think with like I said, you're getting a younger coach who's kind of just building his own thing here. I think it's a good chance to maybe kind of retool, and maybe it will be a down year for them to start off. I just don't see that happening with how talented Lamar is and how good. And like I said, I really like Jesse Minter. I think he's going to be an excellent head coach, but they do have a lot of pieces to fill. It's more than just Lamar, so we'll see. I'm excited about the hiring. Also, too, Moving on to we'll go to the West Coast. Mike McDaniel, tentatively right now. I say tentatively right now. The offensive coordinator for the Chargers. Kind of a shocking move. I don't think any of us saw that coming.
No.
He's still as it stands today in the hunt for head coaching jobs, taking interviews. Still, I think he is interviewing with the Raiders. If I believed yesterday or
that one
coming
makes
week.
sense.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be a head coach
like
of a team, that one makes sense,
That's
especially
like
if you're
baby's
Mike
first head coach.
McDaniels.
Yeah.
I mean, he would be perfect in Vegas. He was perfect
I agree
in
with that. Yeah.
Miami. He'd be perfect in Vegas. It's like his kind of shit. He'd probably become a gambling addict and lose the job.
Yeah, he
within the
already
year,
looks
but-
like he's like addicted to gambling.
yeah.
Dude, he
Where
and
is it easier to
Fernando
get cocaine?
Mendoza, they're just gonna quip like Reddit jokes back and forth to each other. It's gonna be
Yeah.
the cringiest.
They're gonna have like the ugliest
complimentary.
bromance. Yeah.
It's gonna be the cringiest fucking thing in the league. Complimentary.
Yeah.
It will be good.
No,
They're
they're
gonna be,
gonna
like,
go to
quoting
the fucking
McGruber.
playoffs. They're gonna be in the playoffs this first year. That Fernando Mendoza is an issue. I think he's gonna be a massive issue.
I kind of agree with you, Mason. I think that as long as they don't trade Max Crosby and maybe they add a few pieces on their defense, and it also depends on who they hire as head coach.
Yeah, they should get
because,
Mike
like,
McDaniels.
Yeah, maybe they should. I don't know who they're going to go with though. It's kind of shocking at this point that the Raiders, we haven't really heard any rumblings coming out of there. We know that Tom Brady and their new GM are kind of leading the charge on this hunt, so we'll see who they go with. I'll be shocked with whoever.
They teased they might trade the first overall pick.
I
I
saw
did not see that. They
I
better
saw
not
that
do
Derek Carr was talking about how they should.
Okay. I thought Tom Brady had suggested they may trade their first pick.
They're definitely going to throw smoke screens out there, and I definitely think you should maybe listen to calls on it. Like, why wouldn't you know? Everything has a price, but also too, like, there's not after Fernando Mendoza and this draft, there's a big fall off in quarterback talent. So it's either you take Mendoza, who I think is this really polished, good quarterback who's going to step in right away and make an impact, or maybe you take a gamble on a vet, like a bridge guy, and maybe you just wait another year for this awesome class that's coming out next year. But I don't know what they're going to do. I think it would be dumb to pass up Mendoza, personally.
Yeah, it would be really dumb.
Yeah, especially like with the talent you already have. You have Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty, and pair that with Fernando Mendoza. That would be an awesome trio on offense.
Yeah, they draft Fernando Mendoza and like an offensive lineman. They're going to be set. I mean, that offense is going to be crazy. If they depending on their hire, say Mike McDaniels, an offense with Fernando Mendoza, Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty, and then whoever you get in free agency, maybe you trade Max Crosby for some crazy wideout or another insane tight end. I mean, that offense, it would be unstoppable.
Yeah. Did anything else happen this week? Sorry, I'm just looking through stuff.
I have another NFL form question. Mike McDaniels is the Chargers OC now, right? Tentatively,
yeah.
Is that common in the NFL where you like take one job?
No,
I've never
that's
seen it.
very weird. No,
Yeah,
I
I've
agree.
never
It's
seen it.
very weird.
Usually when it says is signing with, it's done. But
Yeah,
now it's like, wait, hold on. Oh, now he's doing interviews with Buffalo. It's like, what?
Because in my research, I was like, okay, cool, like, you know, OC of the Chargers, good pickup. And then I saw the tweet where it's like, he's interviewing for head coach. I was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, and honestly, if I'm Mike McDaniel, like even with the Vegas job open, and even if it gets offered to him, I don't know if I'm maybe like going headfirst right back into a coaching, like a big coaching job, especially with another like terrible organization like the Raiders. Even though they are set up pretty well, nicely for the future, and depending on what you could do with that. But go ahead, Mason. Go ahead.
I think if you're trying to bring your name back up, I think the Raiders is probably the perfect opportunity right now. Like I said, the first overall pick, you already have some good pieces. You got Max Crosby. You're in a new city. I think if he was to take a head coaching job, I think that this would be the best one. Because you almost not. I'm trying not to blow Fernando Mendoza that much, but I mean he's going to be a day
But
one.
he deserves it.
Yeah, he's going to be a day one. I mean, difference maker. I mean, he really is.
Yeah.
So I think if you're trying to make yourself look good again, I don't think you start by being the offensive coordinator of the Chargers. I don't know if that's.
It might also be a decision for him too, where it's like this might be my last chance at a head coaching opportunity. So maybe I don't go to the organization that like has a history of like letting go of these coaches like pretty suddenly and not really giving them like a long leash. You know what I'm saying? Like the Raiders, who have just a carousel of coaches just in the past 10 years alone. And I mean, the John Gruden firing was like kind of out of the blue. Like obviously, like all this stuff that like with the emails and stuff. Like I don't know. I'm not going to talk about that. That was a long time ago. But I think maybe like that's the exception though, where like he was. I think in year 3 they were starting off pretty good, and he obviously would have had longer time had that not happened. But I don't know, man. I just don't know.
John Gruden is perfect for the Raiders. And
that'd be so funny if he just comes back to the Raiders like after all that.
Dude, I want him as the Texans offensive coordinator.
John Gruden, that'd be funny.
Come on, man. Whip this team in shape, man. Come on,
man.
Nick Haley's not doing it for me. Nobody respects him.
Have they fired him yet, Mason? Have we heard anything about it?
No, they're not going to fire him.
They're not going to? They're not going to now? Oh, my God.
No.
Oh, no.
I mean, there's not even any rumblings. It is
even
what
with
it
all
is.
Even with all this stuff. Cameron, I'm so happy you're here because I've been waiting for this. Even with all the stuff about CJ that's been coming out.
Yes. Yeah.
Have you... I mean, you're obviously on Twitter, so you see everything that's said, right? Does it does it bother you a little bit? Because we're a week past now. We have games on tomorrow, and my Twitter feed is still flooded with CJ Stroud memes.
Yeah, it's insanity, dude. Like I said on the last podcast, you're all racist. Josh Allen performed the same exact way. And Josh Allen is more, he's Josh Allen, and he still performed the same way. Nobody says his name once with, they should trade him. They should get rid of him. I see a trade for C.J. Stroud every day. I saw one that was like, who says no to this? It's Geno Smith, Ashton Genty for C.J. Stroud in the first. I'm like, shut the fuck. Like,
That's
what?
So funny. That's
that
so
phrase
funny.
triggers me so bad. Who says no is the quickest way to get
I block every account that says who says no to this.
Yeah,
I
the
saw one that was like
stupid
Lamar
agitator
Jackson
accounts.
for CJ. I'm like, dude, shut the it's insane. Everyone's racist. You just don't like CJ Stroud because you're racist. I mean,
love it.
It is what it is.
I just
All
wanna
you
give-
fans out there.
I just want to give everybody context. This is Mason, like, controlling his rage. I sent a single meme, like, right after the game had happened, and then I put my phone down and went grocery shopping and, like, out into the real world.
That was a mistake, brother.
And I came back to, like, genuinely, like, 106 messages in, like, a 30-minute time span. Of Brett rage baiting Mason and Mason just telling him to go fuck himself. Everything he's ever stood for is stupid. He doesn't have a backbone. Every team he supports is ass.
literally ruining me.
I was just like, holy shit. I was just getting like cookies and soda, man. I guess I got to tap back in and not
Yeah, bro.
rage bait.
You entered the code on the atomic bomb and then ran away.
Yeah, you did.
Me and him were fighting over the bomb.
You were literally Oppenheimer, and you just like killed yourself
Yeah,
right before.
I sent you guys a screenshot where, like, within literally a 3-minute span, 43 messages had been sent, and I was like, I cannot read this fast. I'm driving. I'm trying to like go about my day. So all that to say, Mason, I'm glad you got your anger out. I also think CJ has been getting an unfair rap.
Yeah.
I will also say it's hilarious to me to just watch it because I'm seeing shit from like accounts where like this winter storm is going to be CJ Stroud, meaning like bad. I'm like, that's just lazy, man.
Yeah.
It's just fucking lazy.
No, it's
God.
insanity. And I was brought up this point in the last one. There's Josh Allen after that game is crying like a fucking baby. I let my team down. I did this. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, I feel
And
bad
he did.
for him."
He did.
Yeah,
He
no, but
absolutely
like,
did.
Everyone's like, "Oh."
Everyone
I
in
feel
that
bad for Josh
everyone in that
Allen."
press room should have been like, "Yeah, you did, you bonehead." Like,
Everyone's petting Josh Allen, is like tapping his back, like, "Oh, it's okay." CJ Stroud cried last year in the playoffs when we lost. Everyone's like, "This fucking baby, dude. This guy's not a leader. Who cries about it?" Ugh. Or when Tank Dell got hurt. No, that's what it was. When Tank Dell got hurt, he was crying.
He cried.
And everyone's like, "Oh, this guy's a baby."
yeah,
It's like,
his best friend, right?
yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
agree
His
with
best
that.
friend breaks his leg in half. He cries. Everyone's like, "Oh, what a bitch."
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
potential career ender too.
And like
Yeah.
the media zeitgeist where like we want the athletes that we like and follow to be these upstanding people and these great leaders, but God forbid you show humanity through that course, because you are then not fit to be the leader and the model that I want you to be. Like, hey, oh, dude, Steph Curry is awesome. He's a great person. He donates to charity. Ugh, he cried when Klay Thompson tore his ACL. Kind of a pussy.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Not my leader.
Why are we
Is he what we
crying?
thought he is? CJ Stroud, generational quarterback. His best friend blows his fucking leg up. He cries. Ugh. I don't know
That's
if I
not
want
a leader.
I don't know if I want tears in my football game. That's crazy.
Yeah. Crying, bitch. Now Josh Allen does it. Oh my god, he's a hero.
He's a hero.
Their entire season boiled down to this one moment, and he understands that he's the reason they lost. He's upset. Ugh. Accountability is weird.
Accountability.
Yikes. I got the ick. I have
blame
the
the
ick
offensive
now.
coordinator, Jalen Hurts.
Throw egg his house too. Oh my god. Well, we'll put a bow on that. I'm done making fun of CJ Stroud. I think he'll still be a fine young quarterback. It's just going to be a long.
He's only
for him.
24.
Yeah, he's
After
so
this
young
season,
still.
I was like, damn. I was like, maybe we are fucked. And then I saw his age. I was like, wait, never mind.
Yeah, no, he's so young. He's
he's
still
a
got a lot
kid,
to figure
so-
out. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. But it's going to be a long off season for him. He needs to get off any social media.
If I see him with any chick that's not a fucking like it's just no BBL, just a skinny rail, like super nice. To pick a chick from your church.
A girl he met from
DJ.
church. Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah,
what I was
pick
gonna
a girl from your church. It's not that hard. You don't need Amber Rose. You don't need Megan the Stallion. You don't need stop going after BBLs. Pick a normal girl, a normal nice girl.
Meg
and
the Stallion's
lock
a
in-
stand-up woman. Her and
and
her
she's
and
from
Klay
Houston,
Thompson
and
are.
she's from Houston. I didn't mean Megan the Stallion. If you want Megan the
Yeah,
Stallion,
what
go
a
steal it
shot
from
at
Klay.
Meg the
Whoa,
Stallion.
yeah,
Kind of a shot at
Yeah,
Cameron.
I
too.
love.
That's
I
my boy
love
Klay
Megan
Thompson
Thee
right
Stallion.
there, okay? Come on. They locked in, okay? She's
Fuck.
got him
Okay, I
dressing
didn't
better.
mean Megan Thee Stallion. Cardi B. I'll change it. Yeah,
can't
just stay
comment
away.
on that.
Stay away. Just go find a nice
Are we gonna
church,
get
bro.
Cardi B in Denver this weekend with the Patriots flying a mile high?
Hell no.
Does the BBL withstand the?
She wasn't
the
even at the
elevation?
Texans one, and she was talking shit on Twitter after the. Yeah, BBL's gonna fucking freeze
It
over.
just explode. Oh my god! All right. Well, speaking of that, let's just go ahead and get into the games, guys. We got 2 awesome games this weekend. 3
Oh.
games left in this NFL season. I'm sick to my stomach saying that, but it's been a great season. Like I said, we've come a long way so far. So let's get into it. First game of tomorrow afternoon at 2:00. Patriots at Denver. Patriots are the 3.5-point favorite. This doesn't come as a shock, obviously, with Jared Stidham starting.
and no J.K. Dobbins.
And no J.K. Dobbins. So I'm not shocked by that, I guess, but I'm just like, I don't know. Denver at 3.5 with how well they've been playing, or how well they played last week against the Bills. They kept in it. They did make a lot of mistakes on defense. Their offense, I mean, Bo Nix actually was doing really good, so I won't say anything about that. But I don't know. I think 3.5 is kind of a big spread, and I mean, I might not take Denver to win, but I would take that spread in a heartbeat. That seems pretty easy. I think it's still going to be a close game. I think Jared Stidham's probably a lot better than people think. I know the stats don't pop out at you, and it's kind of underwhelming.
No,
but
don't read the stats. Don't read the stats.
don't read the stats. But I will say, I trust Sean Payton, and he is very high on Jared Stidham. So I'm willing to give it a chance. Obviously, it's heartbreaking that you don't have Bo Nix in there. Obviously, I think with Bo Nix, it's a different conversation. I think we're talking about Denver probably playing in San Francisco in a couple weeks for the Super Bowl. But I don't know, man. I'm having a hard time picking this game. Do you guys have anything that you want to say to maybe sway me either way?
Nah, I think it's Broncos' death. The Patriots cooked up the Houston defense pretty efficiently. I saw Derek Stingley get burnt out. I saw it was a wrecking. So I don't think the Broncos can stop them from scoring. And with the huge question mark at Jason Stidham and no J.K. Dobbins, I think I'd like to have it be more of a fair game. Obviously, I don't think this one is. I think it's,
I just still think I can't let go of Denver, man. I can't.
they're a fun team, but
Their defense is so good, and
they were so good. They kind of.
Listen, 30 points last week. I get it. It's not you're not crediting the defense for that win, but they did force like we were talking about earlier all those turnovers with Josh Allen. You know, and that's not a fluke. I mean, obviously, one of them was where he literally. I'm not going to talk about it again. It's going to piss me off because they should have won that game.
Turnover.
The turnover at the end of the half where he gave them a free field goal.
Yeah.
That. Okay.
Hey.
Anyways,
if C.J. Stroud did that, he'd be shot already.
he would have been traded. He'd be a St. Louis Battlehawk right now.
There'd be a who'd say no to this, and it'd be Kyler Murray and C.J. Stroud trade. Who says no to this? Fuck
you just reminded me of something in the coaching thing that I wanted. I'll bring it up at the end. Okay, just remind me to bring it up with the coaching.
Anyways, I'm going Patriots.
Okay. Go ahead, Cameron. I'll give my pick after you. I'm still to the. I don't know. I really just don't know.
As much as I love the idea of Stidham coming in and being like, "Fuck
so
y'all,"
sick.
I can hate like the Carson Wentz, Nick Foles type thing. No, dude, it's the Patriots. If the Patriots fumble this, I personally will slander the Patriots the way everyone else has slandered C.J. Stroud.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna be on Twitter like, look at Mac Jones, that idiot.
So,
who says no to this?
Who says no to this? The entire Patriots team for like a 6A high school football team. Who says no?
Allen, Texas high school.
Yeah.
No, actually, fuck Allen. I got beef with Allen, Texas. We don't.
Allen.
I specifically have beef with Allen, Texas.
That's a powerhouse, man. Powerhouse football.
I know it is. There's also a powerhouse basketball team. Fucking 8,000 kids because they refused to split into 2 different fucking schools.
Yeah, that's way too many kids for one school. We won't.
Yeah, yeah. They beat my alma mater in 2018 Texas State high school basketball in the fucking finals because we turned the ball over and they laid it in. Those fucking assholes. How dare they capitalize on our mistake? How dare they make us look bad because we can't fucking pass a ball?
Well, it's a good thing you're over it. You know.
This is the anger episode. I love it.
It's only been 8 years. It's only been 8 years. I'm fine. I'm okay. Brett, please move on.
Well, anyways, I've been talking about the Patriots all year. I do think they're an incredible team. I think calling their team or Drake May's like hater nickname the schedule. I think that's very funny. I have a hard time not picking defense in these instances, and when it comes to like these big games, your defense is always what brings you to the end. And I don't know, man. There's something.
That's not true. I can attest to that not being true.
Give me 1 sec here, y'all.
Oh, boys, UFC today.
Oh, that's right. It is.
We
today.
have to talk about that. But
We will talk about that. But I want to go ahead and just finish my piece here, and then we'll move on.
Yep.
Like I said, I just think defense matters the most in these big games. And if you're doubting Jared Stidham, I just want you guys to remember the 2017-2018 Eagles when Carson Wentz went out. Like, I think 2 weeks left in the season. He was for sure gonna win the MVP that year. I remember I remember watching the Eagles religiously that year. I thought Carson Wentz was gonna be one of the best quarterbacks ever. He obviously gets hurt, and everyone doubts the Eagles the whole way with Nick Foles. And I don't know. And obviously Jared Stidham has a way less. I don't know. There's less games to win here, so I just think he has to play well enough, and I think the Broncos will pull this out. I'm gonna pick the Broncos.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's
I think
crazy.
defense. I think defense is going to prevail here. Alrighty.
Yeah, I just feel bad if I slander Stidham. Like
Well-
if he loses, I can't even slander him. I can't hate him.
Yeah, it's like if he does good, it's like, wow, it's awesome. He's back.
He's in a great spot. He's like,
Right.
if I win, awesome. If not, Jared Stidham. Like,
Yeah,
You do.
I'm
You
Jared
do also. You do also, Brett, have to remember that they just beat the best defense in the league.
The
pretty
Patriots?
handedly.
I agree.
Because I was all for the defense stuff, and then I saw what just happened was, and now.
Yeah, it's not like the Patriots have a bad defense. That's certainly they're certainly no one to sneeze at. But I don't know. Denver's just been consistent all year. I think they take it, and especially in Mile High, I think that does make a difference. I know it's always a storyline. Oh, the elevation. Oh, like, are they going to be able to adjust to it? It might make like a small difference, but I like I said, it's just going to be I think defense, and I think Denver. I'll stick with my guns here. I'll stick with Denver. Alrighty, let's move on, boys. Unless you got anything else on that game.
Nope.
no, sir.
Alrighty. Last one of the afternoon at 5:30 in Seattle. We got the LA Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks are the 2.5-point favorite. I like that spread. The way these games have been played all year, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'll pull it up as I'm talking about it. The Rams won the first matchup, and the Seahawks won the second. In it was like 38-37 or something here.
I do believe you are correct.
Yeah, so both games have been decided by a total of 3 points. First game, the Rams won 21-19. Second game, Seahawks won 38-37. So this is gonna be a close game, and it's evenly split. I think if these teams look in the mirror, they're pretty similar as far as how good they are on either side of the ball. The Seahawks have one of the best defenses in the league. The Rams have one of the best offenses in the league. So it's going to come down to that. It'll also be how good the Rams defense plays against how good Kenneth Walker is going to be. Zach Charbonnet is out. I think they got to get the ball to JSN. He only had 2 receptions for 11 yards last week against the 49ers. Not like it mattered. They didn't need him to do anything, but you got to get him more involved this week. But the Rams also have Matthew Stafford, the MVP, and Puka Nacua. I'd be dumb sitting here telling you that I'm going to pick Sam Darnold over the MVP and Puka Nacua. But the game is at home. So I guess it's another tough
Williams
one, man.
Too, brother. Don't forget about Kyron.
Yeah, and Blake Corum too. The Rams have one of the best rushing attacks, or not rushing attacks. Sorry, rush offenses, I believe, in the NFL. I think that just persuaded me though. I'm not very I'm pretty what's the word? Susceptible?
Susceptible.
Yeah, I'm pretty susceptible to flip-flopping. So, but I'm going to go right now. I'm going to go with the Rams in this one. I think it's going to come down to the MVP and Puka Nacua, and I just don't know how healthy Sam Darnold is. He barely contributed last week, and I don't know if it was so much that he needed to or if he was hurt. So I'm just going to go with my gut here. I think the Rams pull this out, and I think we'll have a Denver Rams Super Bowl.
I would like to start by saying whoever wins this game is going to win the Super Bowl. If the Seahawks win, they win. If the Rams win, they win. I mean, neither the Broncos or the Patriots can beat either of these teams, and it's not even close. I think the Rams pull this one off because I do think that they have a good enough defense to stop the good enough offense of the Seahawks, and the Rams' incredible offense can beat the Seahawks' incredible defense. It is very matched. I think the defense is going to stop the Seahawks from scoring. The defense of the Rams, that being, and I think you can't stop Matthew Stafford. You can stop him. Maybe once, maybe twice.
Contain him, but you can maybe contain him.
Yeah, but he's going to eventually break through. He's got a superstar offense, and he's the MVP. This is going to be a tough game, as history shows. Whatever happens, though, one of these teams is winning the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold or not, they still would win against the Patriots or the Broncos. It is going to be a fun game. I think the Rams get it done easily.
I agree with what
But
you said about
hardly,
whoever wins this game wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, neither of those teams on the AFC can do anything. Sam Darnold, who gives a shit? But the way they handle Mac Jones, when Mac Jones loses and inevitably cries, will determine if everyone is racist.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones?
What did I watch?
Oh, not Mac Jones. Sorry. Drake May.
Drake May. There we go.
Yeah. Drake May. Sorry.
Fuck did I
White
just
quarterback
say?
from the Patriots.
They all look the same.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Oh, Drake Powell, the Brooklyn Nets guard. Sorry, I was watching.
Not even the right sport.
Yeah.
I was watching Brooklyn and Celtics last night. I was like, yeah, Drake Powell. If they treat him wrong, they're racist. Drake Powell is a white or a black basketball guard. Let's be very clear.
Yeah, the way they treat Drake May, though, will determine if everyone on Twitter and that watches the NFL is racist.
Well,
he goes out
loves
there-
Drake May, though.
They
Everyone loves Drake May.
Yeah, but if he goes out there and fucking throws 3 interceptions, let's say, and he's crying on the field, if they go, oh, poor Drake May, they're racist. Who would say no? Drake May for
I
Sam
saw
Darnold.
someone on Twitter who was justifying Josh Allen's emotional outburst. Again, we don't like crying in football. That is the official stance of this podcast.
Not on my
right?
show. We won't.
Yeah.
We won't tolerate emotions here.
If you show any emotion besides pure, unadulterated rage and anger, I will think less of you as a football player. people said Josh Allen was so sad because he's going to do the Andrew Luck thing and just like retire suddenly.
That'd
Okay,
be
hey,
so
whatever
dumb.
trauma you have from what Andrew Luck did,
Yeah.
don't project that onto Josh
Yeah.
Allen.
It's
Come
not.
on, dude.
Most likely, it's not going to happen again. Andrew Luck retired because he literally couldn't throw a football anymore.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that offensive line ruined him.
Yeah. that
Which,
whole
thank
franchise
God, because
ruined him.
Andrew
The
Luck
Colts
probably
were
would've-
terrible.
He probably would have still been cooking up in the AFC South.
Yeah, that's fun to think about, like how the AFC South would look with Andrew Luck, and at like his age now, 34. You think? I mean, let's hypothetically say like he retired in like 2016, 20. I don't know the exact time, but it's been long enough now to where it's like the Colts have been so freaking bad in that time, and they haven't been able to figure out since he left. That like I would love to know how good they would be now with him. You know, not like coming out of retirement.
he was
8 years later,
incredible. He was terrifying.
but yeah, he was. I would say arguably at the time probably a top 3 quarterback in the league.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, easily. Just a terrible offensive line. I mean, didn't he break his neck one season or something like that? It was like something crazy. Like he had like a
got
spine.
bruised. I don't know if he broke his neck, but
Yeah, I know he had neck surgery or something like that, and that's when he was like, "All right, I'm done with this shit. I can't even turn my head anymore."
the Colts have been so not on my like periphery that the only thing I know, the one memory I keep of them is the anecdote of like back when Peyton Manning was there. So way back. John Gruden had asked Tom Moore, who was their OC at the time, like why the backup quarterbacks weren't taking any snaps during practice. And Tom Moore points at Peyton Manning, who's wearing number 18. He goes, "It's number 18. If number 18 goes down, we're fucked. If we don't practice, fucked." And I was like, all right, that's the only thing I can tell you about it.
Fair
I love
enough.
that answer though.
The only thing that I know
Push
about
all
the
your
Colts
chips in
is
on one
that
guy.
they have a generational tight end sitting on the bench. That's the one thing that I know
That's true.
about the Indianapolis Colts.
Tyler Warren.
Anthony
No.
Richardson.
Anthony
What?
Richardson.
Oh yeah.
He's sitting
What
on
are
the
we
bench,
doing?
bro. Tyler Warren wasn't on the bench.
Well, I was trying to figure out what you were talking about there. I was like, Tyler Warren played
They
quite
They
a
have the
bit.
next
15.
Derrick. They have the next Derrick Henry sitting on their bench, and they don't
Yeah.
even know it yet.
That throw that I always talk about with him went reviral, like last week, and I watched it. No, not even kidding you.
Was it
12
against the
times.
Texans? Where he's
No,
like
it's that one
falling and
where-
he fucking.
I was it the Texans. I don't. I. It
It's
was
where
like
he's being tackled and he throws it like 80 yards. It was disgusting.
to me. It was like when like they're showing a picture of a girl with like massive, cleavage, and they're like, "What color is the roof?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know." Like,
I'm watching the throw.
yeah, I'm watching the throw, man. Like, did you see that throw? I don't know. I don't know what color the wall was.
Here is Sydney Sweeney. What color is the sky? Fuck.
Flesh.
Green?
Pink.
Flesh colored.
Flesh colored. All right, well, that was good football talk. Let's go ahead and
Hey.
get to the basketball then. Do you guys got anything? Oh, sorry, real quick. Do we got anything else on football? I have one thing before we move on to basketball. Do you guys have anything that you want to say your piece about?
Mason.
I'm excited for the Pro Bowl games.
No, you're not. No one's
I'm
ever
excited
said
for Pro
that.
Bowl because it means we
No,
can get
I
a
like the
nickname
Pro Bowl.
for it.
I like the Pro Bowl, like the mini games that they play. The game
Dodgeball.
is lame. I do like that though.
Yeah, like the skills competition. That is fun.
Yeah, I do. I'm an enjoyer of watching giant grown men throw dodgeballs at each other, and I'm a fan of. I do like the. I like the tic tac toe kicking game.
I
That
do
seems
think
fun.
That is
the
fun.
NFL Pro Bowl is a better event than the NBA All-Star Weekend. We can talk about it, but I do think
Do you
it's
think
more
that's more though
entertaining.
that football is just more popular, or
I
or
think
you
football
actually
lends
enjoy it
itself to doing stupid shit like dodgeball during the event.
Yeah,
Whereas
it's
the
more
NBA is
goofy
like,
and fun. Like
Yeah, they've
oh,
completely
hey.
tapped out on it.
Yeah.
the NBA
the
is
Pro
like, we
Bowl.
would never give our players dodgeball. We are a serious
Yeah,
organization.
come on.
Yeah, people were pissed at Wemby for like trying to like speed through that.
Wemby,
that
Chris Paul
course
for
last-
cheating the skills challenge.
that's so
Yeah,
funny.
dude, let him cheat. Who gives? Do you know how skillful you have to be to cheat? Checkmate.
Yeah.
Liberals.
Checkmate lives. All right. Well, I had one more.
Humor.
I had one more thing on the football one. It was something. It was something that floated out that I heard the other day that I really liked, and I should have written down. but it was Sean McDermott potentially going to the Cardinals as their head coach. I really like that, just in the sense of like Sean McDermott really did a good job rebuilding the Bills. And if you don't know who Sean McDermott is, he was their head coach who got fired. You guys obviously know that, but
Big fan of 9/11, right?
he did. He
Big
like
fan
said,
of Taliban, I guess.
yeah, he was talking about like how like resilient they were or something. I don't. It was.
This is a real.
How
this is
resilient
a
the
real-
Taliban was?
No, this is real. This is real. Yeah, let me look it up because it
A
is
couple
real.
years ago, he was trying to hype up his team, and he referenced the resiliency and like 9/11 and like real weird political.
What?
Okay, so here it was. He's talking about how like teams face intense scrutiny. In a 2019 team meeting, he used the 9/11 hijackers as an example of effective communication and teamwork.
Yeah.
What?
Which, like, in his defense, good example. Nobody's ever used it before.
There's a reason, though.
You're a New York head coach. Maybe tiptoe away
Yeah,
from that line.
I didn't even think about that. The awareness there is kind of like, oh my god, man.
The team needed to work together like the terrorists on September 11th, 2001. Yo, what?
Hey, you
What
know
was
they
he
all
on that
died,
day?
right?
You have to be zen out of your mind to say something like that.
He thought that was gonna hit too, man.
Yeah,
He like practiced
everyone in the
that.
room was like, they were probably clapping before, and then he said the terrorists were, and they're like, whoa.
And the Taliban.
The record scratch.
Josh, you're like Muhammad Atta. You're the leader of this team. You've gotta lay out the groundwork. All right, hey, can we get him back to the retirement home and get somebody here who gives a fuck?
This guy out here. Yeah, bring it to Arizona. Basically, what I was going with that. Bring it to Arizona.
Crazy.
Arizona is a team who, like the Bills at the time when he took over, were kind of at the bottom. Didn't really have an identity. Sean McDermott went in there, gave them an identity. And really kind of built them up to what they are now. And they're a Super Bowl threat every year. And obviously that's partly due to Josh Allen, but I also think Sean McDermott is still a really good coach. And I think somewhere like Arizona, where there's no pressure, he has time to maybe like build something that he wants to build. I think that'd be a perfect fit for him. But that's all I got on football, so we can move on.
All I want is to see Kyler Murray not in the NFL.
I still maintain he should have been a second baseman.
Yeah, me and Cameron were talking the other day that he.
Hey, it's never too late.
I
it
said
is.
that too. No, it's not, Cameron.
Yes,
He's
it
still
is.
young. He's so young still.
He
28.
He is not. Like, okay, he'll break into the majors when he's 32. Congratulations. You have one contract, and then you get to sit on your ass for the rest of your life.
That's
Like,
great, man.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say we have one contract that bad.
No, look, that's great. Look, but here's the thing: if he switched over right now, he still wouldn't make it to the bigs because they're going to lock out in 27, and so
True,
like,
that's true. I didn't think
nobody's
about that. The
gonna
lockout.
play. So in terms of him specifically, should have been a second baseman. Now you just get to be like a below-average NFL quarterback, but you get paid. So
His
congratulations.
memes are the best. Seeing his memes on Twitter where it's like Kyler Murray on his way home after losing whatever, and it's like that fucking what's that little movie
Like
with
the little
the
RC cars.
little
or Stuart
mouse?
Little.
Stuart Little,
Stuart
yeah, it's like a Stuart Little going over jumps and shit.
Heading home to play Call of Duty after throwing 3 interceptions.
My only
Those are
comment
the
on football, because I didn't get to join last week's podcast, shout out Fernando Mendoza. I don't know how you did a 4th and 5 scramble with balls that big, but congratulations.
That was great.
No, for real, man. He's basically bouncing on those things. Dude, it
Dude,
was
took
crazy.
a hit from a guy trying to take his head off and still made it to the end zone, full
Yeah.
extension.
Held on to the ball.
Also, the targeting
Beautiful.
call that didn't happen, where that
Got
guy
blown
clearly fucking shoved his helmet right into his face when he didn't have the ball, and he just gets right back up. His mouth is bleeding. I'm like, whoa, this
Also,
guy is.
fuck you, Carson Beck. Just on site. Let's go.
I thought it was funny too that like Ray Lewis was hyping him up like before like the final drive, and he just
Horrendous.
goes out there and throws like the worst interception of all
Ray
time.
Lewis almost caught another body that night. That's why Carson Beck left the field so quickly.
Oh
He's
shit!
like, "Fuck, where's Ray Lewis? I gotta
Yeah.
go."
Ray was just doing that dance in the background, like looking for him.
Yeah, if you can't see Ray Lewis, he can't see you, and you're already dead.
He reacts to movement. Stay very still.
Yeah. It's like the Predator. You gotta cover yourself in mud.
Cover yourself in mud.
No, but that game was sick. Lil Uzi Vert was there.
Yeah, he's Fernando Mendoza's best friend.
Hey,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's so
That's
cool.
so awesome. What a pairing.
And they were interviewing Lil Uzi, and he's like, "It's all," and he had like the Indiana gloves on. It's all tonight. He kept putting his hand.
That game exemplifies why college football fucking rips. I get
the
it.
best, man.
It's
It's
corny,
the
it's
best.
cheesy, it's goofball, but like a game like that where you're like, holy fuck,
Oh, yeah.
what?
No, that's gonna be better than the Super Bowl this year because it was just fun. It was just fun, and I didn't know. I guess I just don't know the game like I thought I did. But that girl, that's the Miami fan.
A
Can't
Bella
remember her
Danger.
name.
Bella Danger.
Whoa. Where did
Law
who?
student.
Really?
Yeah.
See, brother, I just don't understand how you didn't know. Who Bella
Yeah,
Danger
I
was.
genuinely had no clue who she was. Now I do. Go Miami. Next year they're going all the way.
Hey.
After long consideration, go Miami.
Can we rewind the tapes? I want Miami to win, you know?
I was on the bandwagon the whole time, babe. I swear.
Yeah. I did not. I don't like Fernando Mendoza. Ugh.
Fernando who?
Oh, sorry. Speaking of racists as well, which is a topic on this podcast a lot.
We're calling out all the racists today.
We're calling out all the racists.
Yeah.
If you're an SEC school that Indiana beat, you're just inherently fucking racist. I forget what school they beat the shit out of, but I saw on their message, like that school's like SEC message board or whatever, somebody was like, well, are white people better at football than we give them credit for? Because I think it was what IU beat Alabama, right?
It was Alabama, 38-3.
Yeah, they were just somebody on the Alabama message board was like, "Hear me out. We've got a team full of 5-star," and I want to be very clear. I am quoting what somebody else had said. This is not my own thought.
Flip this.
And he was like, the commenter was like, "We've got a team full of, athletic 5-star black men, and we got manhandled by those white boys from Indiana." Okay, hey, if that is where your mind goes after getting dog walked by the
Social
Heisman
justice.
winner, like,
Yeah.
dude, just log off. Just
Yeah,
don't
just-
don't engage.
Yeah.
Take a
move
big
out
deep
the
breath
country.
of the fresh air outside and
Right?
touch the
Like,
grass.
Go like hug your wife or something.
It's crazy to just
Go
be
apologize to
thinking
your
that
ex-wife, more like it.
watching your team get manhandled, and that's your initial thought is like, no.
We've all been on the back end of like our teams we like getting blown out. Never once in my life have I been like, my team doesn't have the genetics. Like they don't have the genetics to hang with them. I feel like I'm just like, oh no, fucking Draymond Green sucks. Like, irregardless.
Oh, we
of
lost
race.
because CJ Stroud is black, man. No.
No, he has more melatonin. No.
God
I said melatonin, melanin.
Well, he probably did have
He
more
took-
melatonin.
yeah,
He
yeah,
was
that
fucking
too.
sleepy.
If
He
you
was a
take
little sleepy out there.
melatonin, you're gonna lose. Yeah, no,
facts.
it's just so weird, bro. It's so
That's my
weird.
soapbox. Thank you for
All
engaging.
right, let's get into basketball now. That got a little too far.
Where there is no racial injustice.
On this show, we won't stand for it. All right, let's get. Do you want to talk college or NBA first, Cameron?
Go college. Well, let's
Go
see
college?
Oh God. Okay, hold on. Let me look up college on Google and.
Well, I do want to say first that congratulations to the Miami, Ohio Redhawks. They still remain undefeated, 20-0
That's
on this
insane.
amazing run on the MAC. Obviously, there's still Arizona, Nebraska, who are still undefeated. But if you've watched these past few games of Miami, it's come down to the final buzzer, and I think they sunk threes both times, and then brought it to overtime and just pulled away. They will make the tournament. I think they will win the MAC unless Akron has something to say about it. But it could be a fun little 2-bid MAC school in the tournament this year. I think Miami has been good enough that they've maybe played themselves out of having to win a conference tournament to make the tournament. But again, Cameron, I'll leave that to you. I know you haven't watched a bunch of Miami this year, but do you like the idea of more of these mid-majors kind of breaking into the tournament and into the top 25 as well? They finally hit the top 25 for the first time, I think, in 40 years, right alongside my St. Louis Billikens, so that's awesome too. It's been a fun year for college hoops, man. But do you got anything you want to say about it?
I mean, you guys can probably guess what I'm going to say. I'm always a fan of less prestiged teams getting a chance to shine, especially like if you're 20-0, if you're rock and rolling the way they are, like even if you lose in the first round, I know the general consensus from like the bigger schools will be like, well, this is why you shouldn't let them in. Fuck you. Like 20-0, the kids are playing, the team is having a blast. This is what college sports are for. let me see the Cinderella run. Let me see the team that doesn't nobody's ever heard of, and let me see them win fucking 30 games.
Ooh, hold on, sorry, I'm googling something. I have a fun fact for you, but I'm making sure I
I love fun facts.
make sure I got it right first before I repeat it because I heard it from somewhere. Okay. So John Groyce is Akron, the head coach of Akron. Sorry, and who's the head coach of Miami? I forgot his name. Crap. Travis Steele. Sorry, they're half brothers.
Wow.
Two best teams in the MAC. Yeah, and they got two brothers coaching both of them. So I wonder if there's a little bit of
I wonder if it's their genetics.
right. Here
What
we go
is-
again.
Okay, so wait, what is a half brother? Is that one
Same
parent's the
dad
same?
or same mom.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would assume probably. Yeah. It's just that, but so stepbrothers essentially. Is that essentially just what it is?
No.
Stepbrothers.
No,
stepbrother is
actually.
not parents related.
So
Oh,
a
that's
half
right.
sibling
You're right.
is biologically one of the same parents. A step sibling is no blood relation.
Interesting.
Yeah, guys. I know some things.
Yeah.
You know about half siblings. Look at you.
Don't phrase it like that.
Well, that's all I got on college hoops.
Whoa, dude! No, dude. My North Carolina Tar Heels are playing today, dude.
Yeah, and they're slipping, man.
Yeah.
You see who's right below them, man. It's the St. Louis Billikens, man. A team who wasn't even supposed to win the A10 this year is now a ranked team. I love this, man. I love 10-man rotations in basketball. I love watching like where it's hockey, where you're just seeing guy after guy
Just
after
line
guy.
subs. Yeah.
I love it, man. You can never keep up with it, because I love watching Robert Avila. Obviously, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is what his nickname is. The goofiest guy who should never be good at basketball.
The big goofy rec specs.
Yes, dude, I love him. He everything he does, he looks like he should not be good at basketball, but he is so good. And I think he's only a junior this year too, which is even crazier. He still has another year of eligibility after this. Slew's going to be looking good for a while, man. If their coach doesn't get poached, I forgot his name at the top of my head. My apologies, but
coach doesn't get poached.
Show me a big pasty white boy moving like he shouldn't, and I'm a fan. I'm with
and
you.
I'm locked in.
Right. He's carrying the load for all of us big boys. The only thing I wanted to bring up is we talked about it previously, and I had lost my goddamn mind over it, which is becoming more and more frequent. Ex-Alabama G League player sued to return to the NCAA over eligibility. Have you seen this?
I did see this. Yeah, I'm glad you brought this up.
Yeah.
I can't believe this crap, man. We're just gonna let everybody back in at this point, man.
It's Mason. If you are not tapped into the legal ramifications of NCAA basketball, which I would
Charles, how do you say his last name? Bediako. Thank you.
Charles Bediako entered the 2023 NBA draft and played in the G League this season. Has sued the NCAA to gain immediate reinstatement to join the Crimson Tide for the rest of the 2025-2026 season after the school's appeal for his eligibility was denied. So he tried to come back. The school was like, yeah, we'll take you. NCAA said, don't know if I'm going to allow that one. And so they sued. And so it's he filed in the Tuscaloosa Circuit Court. And they're basically like, well, you let other guys do it. James Najee, who went to Baylor. And this guy's basically arguing that the NCAA is biased towards international players. Professional period. Which is kind of what I was getting at last time when we talked about this, where I was like, at a certain point, the NCAA is going to have this weird legal position of how does the NCAA as a governing body recognize other leagues that are professional basketball? Because if you recognize them as equivalent to the NBA, then they absolutely should not allow this. But because they did allow G League players to come back, you're not recognizing the G League as the same as the NBA. And so, not that it matters where the Tuscaloosa Circuit Court and the NCAA rank the leagues, but there's going to be an implicit bias of well, if you played in the Tel Aviv Israeli League, you can come over, but any of that Euro League bullshit, you got to stay out. You're gonna get into that situation, which is just very, very funny to me.
I have I have some
no, it's
not breaking news about this, but something I saw on Twitter this morning that I had to bring back up, and I was just fact checking it to make sure.
No, let's say it's breaking news. That way we can say that we
All
said
right,
it first.
someone give me like a breaking news noise.
Dun, dun, dun. Wait, that's like
Oh my God, we have breaking news. So the news here is that there is a history of ties with this Judge Jim Roberts Jr. in the University of Alabama.
Yes.
Yeah, so he is a frequent guest lecturer at the school, and he is a massive donor to this school.
Oh.
He gives anywhere between $100,000 and $250,000 to the University of Alabama.
Where and when? You said he gives between like a year?
I don't know if it's a
Or
year
has
or if it was
given.
total. I doubt it's a year.
I was gonna say,
I would say
holy
given.
shit.
So there is some there's some shady stuff I think going on there, and
So Alabama's gonna get their guy, basically.
Well,
I think he's already playing.
Oh,
I'm unsure yet. The reason I bring this up specifically is, and not to get to legal intricacies, James Najee was the Baylor student who was able to come back, and he had played professionally over in I believe Europe, and he had only ever played in the G League. He had never signed an NBA contract, so the NCAA went, "Hey, come on in, buddy. You can play for Baylor now." Bediako is different. This guy averaged 10 points, 9 rebounds, and a block and a half in the G League last season. So he's probably better than your average college player. It's very much so going to be a boon. His case, though, is unprecedented in the sense that he wasn't drafted. James Najee was selected 31st overall, was drafted, can come back. This guy was not drafted. He's never played an NBA game. He was in the G League because he signed a two-way contract with the San Antonio Spurs. A two-way means that you have 50 games of NBA eligibility, and you also have as many G League games as you want, and you can bounce between the two. So it gives the club some option to keep a young guy on. No two-way player has ever been granted eligibility to play college basketball. So the NCAA's stance is like, James Najee can come back because he's never signed a professional contract. You cannot because you are on an NBA-recognized two-way contract, which is professional. The NCAA reiterated that stance again. They're like, we're aware that we're being sued, but this guy has signed 3 NBA contracts, two ways. Just because he hasn't played an NBA game does not make him eligible to come back.
Yeah,
so
it just kind of means you're not good enough, man. Like, I hate to say it, but it's time to go maybe play overseas somewhere, you know?
The guy is currently enrolled at Alabama, so he's attending classes. And it's all kind of hinging, and the NCAA's whole point is like, look, these eligibility rules are supposed to mean like high school students can get scholarships and stuff, not guys who like declared for professional drafts. So it all hinges on whether or not this judge, who is probably favorable to Alabama, decides to set the precedent of like two-way players can jump into the NCAA. So
There's just no rules anymore, man, and it's just kind of chaos. I hate that.
It's really just for basketball. There's no rules. It's like they'll flip this way, they'll flop that way, and then
adding them in the middle of the
related
season
is crazy.
my favorite thing about this entire case, and again, law and basketball are like the two things I care about. So my favorite thing is his complaint.
Wait, hold on, wait.
law and basketball.
I work with a law group, and so I'm very invested in how the courts rule out. Please don't bully me.
I love laws and basketball.
I don't have friends or hobbies. I just sit here looking at the ECFR reading regulations. I can tell you all about fucking EPA. His complaint, his like legal complaint, where like why he deserves to have this heard, is because he said it was he would never have left college in 2023 if he had known the current revenue sharing and NIL opportunities that be available to him. Buddy, in 2023, NIL was popular.
Yeah, I was gonna say very popular. These guys were still making buku bucks.
Like I don't know. Sorry, you left. That's That's not my problem.
Yeah, that's
not
like
fair.
that's like giving Johnny Manziel like another year of eligibility because it's like, oh well, he didn't capitalize on all the profit he could have made for himself. It's like,
Right, like,
well, no.
Should we have vacated Reggie Bush's Heisman? Probably not. That's like our bad. But should we let this guy come back because he didn't make enough money? No.
Sure.
No.
Why not? We got to draw the line in the sand somewhere.
Just have the judge give him $200,000 and call it a day. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Have if the judge wants him to play, have him pay his NIL money. All of his NIL money has to come from this
God,
judge.
do not set that precedent. That'd be insane.
No, that'd be
Find
dangerous.
a judge that likes you enough and just they bankroll where you go. That'd be sick.
I'm heading right to the Supreme Court, brother.
Also, James Najee, he's a impressive stature. 7 foot tall. Dude,
He's a big one.
what the fuck?
Massive. Yeah, he's
What
a
the
massive guy.
fuck?
So I do want to say, last thing I'll say about this
Yep.
is I was reading this article about it. Nate Oates, the head coach of Alabama, asking if he was going to play. He said, yes, we are planning on playing him. He is eligible to play. We're going to follow the court orders. So Nate Oates, known knower of the law, known follower of the law, definitely didn't hide a gun for one of his players
Yeah, but say Nate
a
Oates
few years ago.
definitely not involved in a homicide scandal in which 2 of his players mysteriously were at the scene of a murder, right?
Yeah, and then he like hid the gun or something. I don't. Nate Oates, stand-up guy, is pretty much what we're getting at here. So he's known rule follower.
Reliable.
When Trump
Molder of
says
men.
when Trump says disband NATO, he's meaning Nate Oates. He's just speaking really fast, and for that I support you.
Yeah. I stand with you, President Trump. Disband Nate Oates.
Clip that.
Fuck no. Cutting that shit out immediately. All right. Do you got anything else on the? Have you got any NBA stuff that you guys want to talk about before
Mason,
we sign off?
light
here?
me up.
Sorry, what now?
Light me up. You came in. You're like, I'm excited to talk hoops. What's on your mind?
No. I'm excited to talk about how bad the
I'll be right
Houston
back.
Rockets have been playing. Oh, I guess we'll wait for him.
We can't do a hate watch without Brett.
Yeah. No, the Rockets have been very, very disappointing. And I'm scared. We keep losing games in overtime. What are we at, like 5 now? 5 games lost in overtime?
Yeah, 5-5 in your last 10, sitting 4th in the West. 1 game up on the dreaded Lakers.
Which is, hey, as long as they're above the Lakers.
1 game up on the Lakers and the Suns. So you guys slip it. Sorry, on the Lakers, Suns, and dude, if you lose like 2 or 3 games and those teams don't, you will be sitting in the play-in.
Yes.
Welcome,
That's
brother.
Crazy.
Welcome, my brother. To
Yeah.
play in purgatory.
Our 3 teams are going to end up sitting in the play-in, and it's just going to be the most violent 1 weekend of sports you've ever seen.
Yeah, it's just crazy. The Rockets continuously drop games to teams that don't deserve to be there. And then we win against, like, the Spurs, the Pistons. But then we lose to the
Spurs game was
76ers, which the 76ers, they're not awful, but they're not. Then we lose to the Kings and the Trailblazers. It's... I just don't understand what is wrong with this team. Reed Shepherd, though, the other night, I think it was against the Spurs.
Was the Spurs yet?
Cocaine Curry, man. He
Worst nickname.
I love him. I love KD. I love this team, but man, they just keep dropping these games, especially in OT. Anytime I see end of the fourth quarter
Did he? Okay,
and it's a
I thought
tied.
that was me. Okay.
Wait,
Sorry,
what happened?
Mason, you got out real bad. You froze there, so restart your thing there.
Oh, that was. I looked over and you guys are frozen.
You were frozen.
No, it's anytime I look at my phone and it says end of fourth quarter and it's tied, I'm like, oh shit, they lost this game. Because the moment we go into overtime, I don't know if everyone just quits because they've been playing for too long, which wouldn't make sense for all athletes, but I'm worried for the Rockets. I don't think they can handle long stretches of games where they have to play every night. Because, I mean, if you can't win an OT, how are you supposed to play back-to-back games? Am I wrong in thinking that I'm worried?
No, I think that's fair.
Oh, I mean, I'm more alarmist than you. I'd be terrified. And that's not me like trying to poke shit at you. when I watch the Rockets, and I watch them fairly frequently now, simply because of this, and I'm in Houston. What's his name? Tari Easton's hurt, or he was hurt. I don't know what his status is right now.
I still think he's hurt, yeah.
But I see a team that, like, if Kevin Durant's not putting 35 on the board and playing 40 minutes, that offense really struggles. Even when he does, you get to overtime, and then it falls apart anyways.
I think we lost to the Sacramento Kings, and he put up 36.
And there was that viral clip like last week where he like spikes the water bottle, and he's like MFing his teammates. And like, I think Katie's a bit of a diva. Like, that's fine, but at some point,
that's nothing we didn't already know, though.
Yeah, you know that coming in, and I really like Alperen Şengün. I think the push to make him like a Jokic light has always been a mischaracterization of his skill set. He's a big who can pass. That's great. And in the like high post, elbow area, he can facilitate, sure. I'm still not sure that's a great spot for your offense to work out of, especially with no Fred VanVleet. When you had VanVleet, that was fine.
Yeah.
Because VanVleet's setting up the offense, bringing the ball up, and he can bomb it from 32 feet. Freddie V's not here right now. And this whole point guard by committee thing, like, hey, that's really great. Everybody gets to handle the ball. Nobody has any idea what the pecking order is now, though.
Yeah. I just don't know why they haven't made a move at that yet. Not even like a little like
they don't have the contract. Like literally, they're capped.
Yeah, they're so tight.
Unless you trade Tari Eason, which is like the only thing you might want to part with. But right now, he's only getting paid $5 million. So like, you could bring in Chris Dunn from the Clippers, and that's about it. Unless you want to give away anything else.
Yeah, that's the tough part, but it's like I don't know.
Yeah, the only thing that would work for them is they have to make like a big splash, like for someone like Giannis, where they can move a lot of pieces and a lot of teams can acquire, certain pieces.
Giannis just got hurt.
Yeah,
and also breaking news as well. This literally just broke. John Morant out till after the trade deadline, so we will see him in a Memphis Grizzlies uniform for the foreseeable future. So.
I'm sure he's ecstatic about that.
No, he's amped. I can just I feel it.
Can you feel his energy?
I can feel it all the way down here in Texas. He's so happy to be in Memphis. I didn't know this. He has the Grizzlies logo tattooed on his back.
He does.
Which, by the way, I just want to say, like, if you're like, I get it. Like, you got drafted by them. It's a big accomplishment to get drafted. Like, I'm sure you want to, whatever you want to get tattooed on you. I'm not one to judge, clearly, but. I will say, like, if you're going to trash talk the team, like, pretty much the whole time, talk about, like, the instability, you can't do that with their logo on your back. Like, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't understand. He put the team on his back.
Oh, well, that's why he's hurt so much now. I get it.
Right.
He's got to carry fucking 10 other people.
But on the Rockets, look, if you see them in the postseason, you're going to be scared. They have KD, they have Amen, they have Alpi. Like, they're still a team I wouldn't want to roll up against. I guarantee you the way it's going to work out, Warriors are going to play in the first round and get beat 4-0. Like, Rockets will finally dog walk the wounded fucking decrepit Warriors.
No disrespect to you, but I'd be happy to
celebrate. You have to. At some point, you got to fight your demons.
That's my Super Bowl, my NBA
take
championship.
wins where we can get them.
Right. I would never disparage that. I know how much it means. I think this is, like we had talked about a while ago, this is probably just a learning year. Reed Shepherd gets some run. Amen Thompson gets a little better. It just sucks. You're going to maybe have a year of KD where you don't quite do what you want. Or maybe KD averages 50. Who fucking knows?
Yeah, we'll see when playoff time comes around.
In the offseason, you better be bubble wrapped, motherfucker. Do not be running. Do not be jogging. Do not be jumping.
But he's sitting in a wheelchair. Just roll.
Yeah, you can. I bet you can shoot from a wheelchair.
That would be so funny, friend. Like the one guy in a wheelchair out there, just like trying to play.
He wouldn't be any worse on defense. So it would be. But John Morant, Grizzlies, NBA played in London. This was kind of a while ago. What is it? Anthony Black dunked on 4 Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just like numb to all of that now?
Yeah, I'm just a Grizzlies fan. Like, I don't know what else I'm looking at the still picture right now, and it's even more pathetic than when I saw the clip.
It's such a good picture. I saw somebody arguing like, "Well, he didn't dunk on 4 of them because
No,
two
he
of them were
dunked
behind."
on all 4 of them.
Look, 4 dudes jumped with him, and he still slammed that shit. Okay,
Oh my
4
god!
men went up.
It's actually like the most hilarious screenshot I think I've ever seen.
It's the best encapsulation of the Grizzlies season, which is like 4 guys are trying really hard to do the right thing, and they don't.
At least
They
it's
ju-
effort. At least
They're
you're
in-
seeing
they're
some
inept.
effort.
Now, to be fair, the Grizzlies then came back the next game and beat the Magic. I don't want to.
They split. Yep, they did.
Yeah, they
Let's
split.
not forget.
And they probably should have swept, but the Magic came back down 20, so good on them. Ja Morant staying in Memphis for the foreseeable future, unless somebody takes damaged Ja Morant. Of course, damage just meaning he's injured. Brett, where do we go from here?
I mean, what do you do, man? I mean, obviously you
Asking
look at
you.
trading him in the offseason, I guess, but I think now they're the 12th in the West. There's still a chance they squeak into that play-in round. I would just honestly rather see them maybe like just kind of, I don't want to say throw in the towel, but I guess just kind of maybe kind of lean towards like a retooling, I'll say. I won't say a rebuild because they still have some good players. But I think Ja will be done, Jaren will be gone, and I think Yaxel Lindbergh will probably be the one we end up drafting, hopefully in the top 10. And I think that would be a nice little change of pace. I don't know, man. I have no hopes for the Grizzlies. I never really have. Like, I've never in my life been, this is the year they're going to win a championship. It's always just like, are we going to finish top 3 in the West? Like, that'd be awesome. Like, but I don't know, man. I have no expectations. Small market teams in the NBA, they don't succeed. So this is my life until
Unless you draft a Giannis, yeah.
This is my life.
this is my life until like the AI data center in Memphis just sucks like all the resources from the city.
All right, well, speaking of small market teams having a bad time, my Golden State Warriors, small market. we all
that
know.
pesky San Francisco.
Tiny,
The pesky
tiny little baby
the
area.
pesky California market.
Sucks.
Jimmy Butler tore his ACL. Gonna be out for at least till midway next season. I doubt
as old as he is too, man. That's
Yeah,
tough.
I doubt it's the end of his career in a legitimate sense of like he never returns to the NBA court. It is effectively the end of his career in terms of being any sort of the player that he once was. I can wax poetically about him much later after the season, but the Warriors sitting in 8th. I have heard rumors that they're going to trade They want to trade Jonathan Kuminga for Andrew Wiggins, who, if you remember, we traded away last season for Jimmy Butler. So at some point, Warriors front office, please learn the names of more than 30 NBA players.
We should circle back around this Andrew
come on,
Wiggins
hey.
guy.
This Andrew Wiggins guy's been pretty good. He was an NBA champion in 22. Oh shit, that's what we won.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he was with us.
Oh wait, did we trade him?
Oh shit.
Oh, we traded him for Jimmy Butler. Oh, our bad. He's actually we should have kept him.
But in hindsight, though, like obviously hindsight's 2020. Jimmy Butler was pretty good.
Worth the trade.
I think so. I don't think it would have made a
dick,
difference
but it
either
was-
way.
No, I mean Andrew Wiggins is good. Jimmy Butler was a better version of Andrew Wiggins. Now they're probably the same. Now Jimmy Butler's one ACL is probably the same as Andrew Wiggins. So
Probably the same as Jonathan Kuminga too. So you're really not.
yeah. It's so funny because Jonathan Kuminga, the Warriors are like statistically way worse with him on the court, but he'll come out and like dunk the ball, and then all of his he's the Shadur Sanders of the NBA. All of his fans will be like, "This is why you should play him. He brings that motherfucker. He is so bad.
He's a
He
liability.
is so bad.
But he dunked. But he dunked.
But
You see that one-handed slam?
But he dunked and he has an Audemars Piguet, dude. Come on.
Yeah. So just so we go through, Golden State lost to the Mavericks last night. In a loss, Jonathan Kuminga was plus 18. And you're like, oh, Cameron, that must mean he's good, right? The game before that, we lost to the Raptors. Jonathan Kuminga, plus 3. Okay, well, like small sample size. Against the Heat, the Warriors win. Jonathan Kuminga. I'm sorry, I don't see him on the stat sheet. Did he? Well, he didn't play. Okay. Against the Hornets, the Warriors win. Jonathan Kuminga doesn't play here. That must be a mistake. Against the Knicks, the Warriors win. So Jonathan Kuminga isn't in any Warriors wins, but in every time they lose, he's in. Does that mean anything?
No, it can't be. It must be Steph Curry. No, it must be Draymond breaking someone's leg again.
The Warriors were on an 11-2 streak, good win streak right before Jimmy Butler got hurt. Kuminga didn't play in any of those wins. When they went 11-2, he did not check into the game once. He's checked in twice since Jimmy Butler got hurt, and we've been blown out by the Raptors, and we lost to the Mavericks.
The up and coming Dallas Mavericks, man. Don't hate.
Right.
Hey, man, they're right at the cusp.
4 in a row.
That's my soapbox. Jonathan Kuminga, I'm sure he's a wonderful dude. He's just not cut out for this team. The only piece of hope that I can hang my hat on now is the fucking OKC Thunder lost last night, which means
I want to say real quick, because you did bring up when you first started on the show that the Thunder could possibly break the Warriors record.
They can't now, motherfucker.
We now stand at them at 9 losses.
You can only tie it. Fuck you.
It's okay. They just have to win 32 games in a row or something like that.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
I mean, look, the Thunder are clearly the team to beat still. The cracks are showing. You can tell, like, teams are starting to get, like, some game plans. It really just makes you appreciate, like, what the fuck were those Warriors teams doing? 73-9. Their first loss wasn't until, like, January of that year.
People don't understand, though. Like, it's already so far long ago that, like, I think people already forget that, like, how good, just not, like, the core of that team was, but, like, every aspect, even, like, the bench. Like, Sean Livingston was coming off the bench.
God, Sean Livingston.
Who was that tall European white guy you guys had at center for a while? Did Bogut play?
Andrew Bogut, Australian.
Yeah, Australian, sorry. But,
Yeah.
he was there, too. It was just, like, from 1 through 12th guy on the bench, you had depth, and also with having Steve Kerr, who is such a good coach too. Like, it's just a recipe for disaster.
I just if you'll indulge me in a quick recap of that roster, then we can get out of here. Because you brought it up, not me. You can't be mad at me.
What year was
this.
it again? Sorry, just for
15-16.
Not for Google, but just for my
2015-2016 Golden State Warriors finished 73-9 with Steve Kerr. Luke Walton, who is a name you have not heard in NBA circles in a long time, was the interim coach.
Was a good coach.
He was a fucking awful coach. He just got to coach this Warriors team.
That's right. I forgot. He went to Sacramento after, and
he went to Sacramento and then to the Lakers. And he was LeBron's coach when LeBron was first on the Lakers, and they just fucking blew. Luke Walton got 39-4 as the start of his head coaching career simply by being here. Like,
he was just a placeholder.
Basically. Now, again, they didn't win the championship. They lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers in a very famous 3-1 comeback. Fuck off. Don't talk about it.
The best finals of all time. And I know maybe you don't agree.
No, I agree. 100%. It was phenomenal. This team was Leandro Barbosa, who was like a 12th-year vet, very good shooting guard. Harrison Barnes, who was like 3 years removed from UNC, and people blame him for being the reason the Warriors lost. I don't. He was fine. He missed a couple of shots he should have hit. Andrew Bogut, Australian center, who was just fucking laying the wood on people. Ian Clark, who, it was 2 years, was fine, wasn't a super big impact. Stephen Curry, 6 years, kind of peak prime Steph Curry. Festus Ezeli, 6'11" motherfucker from Nigeria, just beating the shit out of people. Draymond Green, third year Draymond Green, where he was like defensive player of the year caliber. Andre Iguodala, who at this point was like post-prime still, or post-peak still prime, coming off the bench as a sixth man.
Played his role perfectly, though.
Ideal role player. Sean Livingston, who has never missed a turnaround mid-range jumper in his life. I love him so much. Kevon Looney in his very first year, rookie Kevon Looney.
He was hype. He was like kind of touted as like next up at that time.
He was supposed to be next up, and then in college he broke his hip, and the surgery had to fuse some bones together, and he just never got that athleticism back. Still very productive, 3-time NBA champ. 3 or 4-time NBA champ. Now with the Pelicans getting DNP'd. You hate to see it. James Michael McAdoo, who did not stick in the league for
North
long.
Carolina, Mason. That's your guy.
That's your guy, yeah.
Tar Heels, baby, let's go.
And then Brandon Rush, Mo Spates, Jason Thompson, veteran guys who filled in. Klay Thompson, 4th-year Klay Thompson, and Anderson Varejao, most known for, I think, breaking Kawhi Leonard's ankle in a playoff one year, and Spurs fans never forgave us.
Legendary Cavalier as well. Must
Legendary Cavalier, yeah. So that's the standard if you're a Warriors team you have to live up to. Good luck.
All right. Well, you guys got anything else before we wrap it up?
Yes, the UFC must
go ahead, Mason. Go ahead.
watch.
Must watch.
Well, I guess when this episode comes out, it's gonna be too late if you missed it. But
Say your
for
piece
you
out.
guys, this fight card, their fight cards at the first of the year are always bangers. There is one guy
and the debut on Paramount Plus as well.
Yes, which I've been seeing some little behind the scenes tidbits of like their production value. It's gonna be mind blowing. I believe. They have a new like little face-off system that they do for. Dude, it's crazy. There is only one fighter on this card that I do not know of. I've never seen fight. Other than that, they're either a vet or a crazy up-and-comer. Majority of these fights, I'm trying to scroll down to one that's going to be boring. No,
Might all be on the mid card, honestly, or the pre card.
Even the early prelims have great fights. There's not going to be much wrestling. There is going to be some wrestling. There's a few fights in here, but they're entertaining wrestlers. So if you
like Kurt Angle, Undertaker, those guys are going to be there.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about like the wrestle you down and beat the shit out of you kind of wrestling.
Oh,
not
okay.
No, but if you're trying to get into the UFC, not get into it, but if you want to view something and it be free if you have Paramount, this is the one.
This is the most affordable time to be a UFC fan.
Yeah. I didn't struggle. UFC ruined my life for many, many years. It was basically like I had a heroin addiction. Like I couldn't not do it. Like I'm like, it's so expensive, but it's like, but it's such a good fight card.
Yeah, and they started getting greedy with the cost of the cards too. They were charging like
it
$80
just kept going
a card.
up, and they would just, and then the subscription to ESPN Plus, more. It got out of
paying
hand.
for the subscription on top of then paying for the pay-per-view was such a slap in the face.
Yeah, granted, you got like the free fight cards, but those ones typically weren't that amazing.
Right.
And then they charge you $100 for a pay-per-view fight. It's
For 5 fights.
yeah, but now it's now. Hey, the world is right. Everything's good in the world. So yeah, if you guys have Paramount, just watch it. I mean, I think it starts at 4 p.m. Central. So
Good start time, man.
Yeah.
There's some good college hoops on today as well. I was already was watching
Tar Heels
the
are about to
Kentucky
play
Ole
right
Miss game.
now. Tar Heels are playing in 6 minutes.
And
4
Michigan
minutes.
beat Ohio State last
We gotta
night. Just
close
thought I
out
should
so
throw
Mason
that out there.
can watch Caleb Wilson.
Nah, dude. Hey, that's my guy, Caleb Wilson. Tall. I like
Be
him.
number 4 in the draft, man. You're gonna be
He's a
buying
tall
that Sacramento
guy.
Kings jersey. He is tall.
He's a tall motherfucker.
Alright, y'all. That'll do it. Fourth and Forever. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate you guys. Another good weekend of football coming. Good weekend of basketball. As Mason was talking about, a good UFC weekend as well. Loaded sports weekend, fellas. So I want you to enjoy. Again, thank you all for joining us. And sayonara.
Who says no?
Who says no?
Who says no?